Broadcasting to you from the heart of northern Minnesota, you are listening to the best music-oriented podcast and web series on all of YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Roger Radio Show. I, as always, am your very devilishly handsome host, Roger Radio. And welcome to another legit album review. Now, I was kind of bored as hell, and especially with the E just being absent, but you know what? I got a good album that I want to spoil myself to, and I don't have to worry about his hypocriticalness and disrespect for good music to ruin it, so I'm just gonna enjoy myself. It's another day, like I said, and it's actually less smoky than the last time we talked outside on account of the fucking fires, because Canada needs to stay off that weed. So... Now, as you all know, I'm trying my best to catch up with a lot of these albums that I did not get an opportunity to record in the past, so I figured this is a long overdue one that I've been really wanting to do for today's album review. And today I am going to review 3 Days Grace's 2006 album, 1X. What can I say about this album? It's part of my childhood, man. Part of the good old days of when I was transitioning from elementary school to high school. And this was such a perfect album, man. Like, it was part of that teenage adolescence that I was starting to experience, on account of the fact that I was 12 when this album came out. And of course, being 12, I was going through puberty at the time. And it's a great masterpiece, if I say so. I consider this 3 Days Grace's magnum opus, plain and simple. And it is an album that I encourage a lot of you to listen to if you haven't. So let's get into all the information. Let's do the old screen share again. I'm starting to do more of these. If you guys have seen my last episode, which was the PMRC's Filthy 15. Aegis and I are starting to experiment with this here, so I'm gonna enlarge my webcam. I need to, so there we go. So 1X was released on June 13th, 2006. It was recorded from November 2005 to January of 2006 at Bay 7 Studios at Valley Village, California, and Sparky Dark Studios in Calabasas, California. The genres are post-grunge, alternative metal, and alternative rock, released by Jive Records. What the living fuck? And the producer was Howard Benson. Now, who is he known for? Who has he worked for that I'm curious to see? Okay, there we go. He's been nominated for 2 Grammy Awards for Producer of the Year Non-Classical in 2007 and 2008, among 2 wins and 16 total nominations for his productions. He is also the co-founder of American record label Judge and Jury Records. What the fuck? Alongside 3 Days Grace's drummer Neil Sanderson. Okay. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot that he did in terms of it. Oh, he worked with the likes of Salson, Hoobastank, Seether, 3 Days Grace, My Chemical Romance, P.O.D., Escape the Fate, and Daughtry. Okay, so that's a pretty good resume to say the least right there. Now, from when I was reading up on this album, obviously it seems like it should be more of a concept album because of all the themes that you hear in all the songs, which we will get into. They almost share a direct connection. And so let's take a look here. So the band began working on this in February of 2005 and originally going to be produced by Gavin Brown, obviously, with a scheduled release in the summer of 2005. But however, the album's release date... Shut up, Pac-Man. My phone's going off. Give me a moment. Okay, I muted that. Good. But the release date was pushed back and was instead produced by Howard Benson. It looks like they got pushed back for some reasons here. Let's take a look at this. This here's an interesting note that you all should consider is that Adam Gontier, the frontman of 3 Days Grace, wrote many of these songs during his time in rehabilitation after developing an addiction to oxycodone. And yeah, that shit, not good stuff at all. Not good stuff. Usually we all sit as a group, hanging out, working together, but here I was just alone writing about how I felt, said Gontier in his docudrama about his experience in Behind the Pain. Some of the material written on the album was influenced from his rehab stint, including the songs Animal I've Become, Pain, and Over. A lot of the lyrics were written in his journal, which Gontier used to document his life on the road and how he was feeling at the time as a way to vent out through music. Following his rehab stint, he rejoined the group and they settled at drummer Neil Sanderson's lake house and continued writing more songs on the album. Gontier said that the album was a lot more personal to him than their previous record. He wrote this album after feeling lonely and believed no one around him understood him, as well as how constant touring took a toll on him. While writing the album, Gontier was surprised to discover that the rest of his bandmates had experienced similar feelings of disenchantment and isolation from the road. This helped him come to terms with his feelings, which ultimately helped the members come together more and complete work on the record. Bassist Brad Walst explained how they wanted to take their time with the album and didn't want to have any time constraints that would screw with our creativity. Guitarist Barry Stock stated that 1X is about feeling like a target, like you're standing alone in a crowd of people. He also highlighted how the music was that little twist of hope at the end. Musically, most of the instrumental parts were written in the band's rehearsal space in Toronto, where each member had different ideas for songs that accumulated over the last few years of touring. Half of the record was written in Toronto, while the other half was written in Northern Ontario. Gontier would record 10 to 15 takes of each song and decide which had the best vocal performances out of those takes and decide which ones to use in the final production with Benson. On recording his part, Sanderson said, "Sometimes we build from beginning to end. Some songs sound like one big crescendo. And sometimes I don't come in full force until half the song is over." So that's a bit of interesting information right there for all of you to know about. The album cover, very iconic. It depicts a string of connected paper dolls with check marks on all with the exception of one which is crossed out, thus 1X. So there you go, folks. I'm sure all of you have seen the paper dolls before. Like, if any of you remember if any of you remember in school when a lot of us would make them paper dolls, or the papers that connect or whatnot look like they're holding hands. That was one piece of origin, or no, one piece of history for me, Alright, so the album, I would say it did somewhat average. All Music gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. Jam gave it 1.5 out of 5 stars. That is really disrespectful. Go fuck yourself, Jam. And Melodic gave it 3 out of 5 stars, which I would say is average. 1X was met with mixed to positive reviews. The Toronto Star complimented the album with a review title of "One CD Worth Buying," and focused on its lyrics, stating, "The lyrics really speak out to you, especially if you're going through a tough time in your life." All Music reviewer Corey Apar praised the music, saying it remains catchy despite its lyrical darkness. However, he criticized the lack of distinctive qualities that could have separated them from their alt-metal peers, but stated 1X certainly plays as a proficient step in the right direction. Kaj Roth at Melodic criticized the predictability of the album, saying 3 Days Grace has lost their soul. Their debut was a lot better. Roth, however, praised the songs Animal I Have Become and Pain. You know what, Cash Roth? You can stick it up your ass. It sounded just as perfect, all right? Right, they did not lose their soul. They were finding themselves. So fuck you, Cash Roth. Andrew Blackie of Faster Louder gave a negative review for the album, stating they just cram as many hooks as they can into 12 songs about anything and everything and find themselves lost in the sickening overproduction. I disagree with that, Mr. Andrew Blackie. I completely fucking disagree with you, prick. Like, sometimes you need some of them hooks, you know, like it's reverse psychology. You listen to the darkness of the lyrics, and then you have some of the upbeat in the music. The music for me is rebellious, which is what we need. Another negative review written by Daryl Sturdan of Jam Canoe. He stated, those who would rather hear painfully unoriginal post-grunge than nothing at all are free to buy this dreary 1X. The dozen-track sophomore CD from these dark-hearted chest beaters who make Nickelback seem sublime. Daryl Sturdan, you can rot in hell. You don't know what you're talking about, fucking idiot. In 2026, Loudwire published an article of the best album by 11 legendary 2000s rock bands regarding 3 Days Grace's 1X as their best record to date, calling it the soundtrack to the angsty youth of the 2000s, resonating with fans past and present. Now, Loudwire, I praise you for saying that. I really praise them for that. And it is true, you know, like I was a young pup like everyone. I was entering my teenage years at this point, and the album does speak to me. In 2007, 1X earned a band an award for Best or Rock Artist of the Year by Billboard magazine. The album also earned a 2007 Juno Award nomination for Album of the Year. They won a Media Base Award for Most Played Rock Song on Radio in Canada for their single Animal I Have Become, obviously. 1X has been certified triple platinum in Canada and 5 times platinum in the US. Respectfully. You know what? Yeah, just give me a moment. Fucking A. It won't let me fucking load. So, you know what? Cash Roth, Andrew Blackie, and Daryl Sheridan, you pricks were fucking wrong. They proved your asses wrong. And this is why music critics piss me off, is because of bullshit reviews like this. When we already knew damn well their music was gonna rock. Call me a hypocrite if you want because of my huge hatred for pop music, but I know real music. These critics fucking don't. All 4 of the album singles as of November 2025 have gone multi-platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. In addition, all album songs, excluding the title track, have received RIAA certifications. Time of Dying, Get Out Alive, and Gone Forever were certified platinum, while It's All Over, Let It Die, Over and Over, and On My Own received gold status. In December of 2024, Gone Forever was certified gold in Canada. So, accolades, Alternative Addiction gave it the Alternative Album of the Year in 2006 with a 10 ranking, ranked at number 10. And then awards and nomination, it was nominated for Album of the Year at the 2007 Juno Awards. Who did they lose to? Let's see here. Where is that at? Okay, there we go. Album of the Year. It was Loose by Nelly Furtado who won that. Nelly Furtado is a good musician, don't get me wrong, but you know what? They got robbed. They got robbed. the award was stolen from them illegally, and I demand a revote. Even though we wouldn't be able to do that, so. Okay, so it peaked at number 2 on the Canadian albums chart for a Billboard. Number 5 on the US Billboard 200. Number 2 on the US Top Rock Albums. 15 on the US Top Alternative Albums. 5 on the US Top Hard Rock Albums. And number 13 on the US Indie Store Album Sales. Okay. And then it peaked at number 25 on the Canadian Albums Billboard for the year-end charts. 172 on the Billboard 200. And yeah, there's like way more of these here that I'm not going to even bother reading. I'll let you guys take a look. Pause it if you want to. All right. 3 times platinum in Canada with 300,000 sales. Gold in Denmark with 10,000 sales. Germany is gold with 100,000. Gold in New Zealand with 7,500. Platinum in Poland with 20,000. Gold in the United Kingdom with 100,000. And 5 times platinum in the United States with 5 million copies. Deservedly making it a masterpiece. Okay, so now that that's all said and done, we're going to get right into the lyrics here. Just need to make sure I'm all set and ready for it. Now, this album here, I am including the links to everything in the description below, including the Genius.com lyrics, but because Genius keeps fucking crashing on my computer, I had to copy and paste all the information, so I'm going to read on a Microsoft Word page, but all that stuff will be in the description below, so check it out for yourself. We're going to get started with It's All Over. It was a very anxious-driven intro, but in my honest opinion, the intro took way too fucking long to start. It should have just started immediately. That's just my opinion. But the guitar work is just banging, man. You'll probably hear myself repeating a lot of it, but I don't care, man. But I love how Adam Gontier says it's all over for. Like, I love how he said it, you know? It sounds optimistic kind of thing, but it kind of isn't, you know, because of the story behind it. So basically, the song for It's All Over, Adam Gontier worries about a person who succumbed to a drug and alcohol addiction. With Adam overcoming a prescription drug addiction of his own, this track is deeply personal and reflective. I think the fact that it has that optimistic-like sound, I think gives people like, you know what? We can quit. We just gotta say no more to drugs, no more to alcohol, and we could overcome it. So let's read the lyrics here. Firstly, I just need to take a look, see what. Okay, never mind. So the lyrics go as follows here. Your bottle's almost empty. You know this can't go on. Because of you, my mind is always racing. The needle's breaking your skin. The scar is sinking in. And now your trip begins, but it's all over for you, for you. When you're on the edge and falling off, it's all over for you. When you're on the edge and falling off, it's all over for. I know what runs through your blood. You do this all in vain. Because of you, my mind is always racing, and it gets inside my skin to see you giving in. And now your trip begins, but it's all over for you, for you. When you're on the edge and falling off, it's all over for you. When you're on the edge and falling off, it's all over for. And now you're dead inside. Still you wonder why. It's all over. And now you're dead inside. Still you wonder why. It's all over. And now you're dead inside. Still you wonder why. When you're on the edge and falling off, it's all over for you. And now you're dead inside. Still you wonder why. When you're on the edge and falling off, it's all over for you. and now you're dead inside. Still, you wonder why it's all over for. And then when you hear the ending of the song, you hear pretty much what you hear at the beginning of the song. I'm kind of not a fan of that, but everything music-wise was great. All right, next song we're going to talk about is Pain, which is one of the biggest hits, obviously. I love this song. It has a melodic-like beginning to it, especially with Adam Gontier singing, and then the music just hits you right where it hurts. And yeah. Now, this song has a music video, which we'll get into in a minute. But firstly, okay, there we go. The song was released as a single on September 19th, 2006. The genres are alternative rock and emo. Released by Jive Records. The songwriters were Adam Gontier, Barry Stock, Brad Walst, Neil Sanderson, and Gavin Brown, and produced by Howard Benson. Let's see here. The song came together when the group was in Bancroft, Ontario at their friend's cottage in Steimers Lake. It was influenced from Gautier's rehab stint in 2005 after struggling with addiction from Oxycontin. According to Gautier, the song describes feeling like you're constantly numb to things around you thanks to your own actions, and it's about being sick of that feeling. He also stated that the chorus has one of the strongest lyrics on the album, which we'll get into in a moment. All right, the music video. The music video for Pain was directed by Tony Petrosian and was shot in August of 2006. It was released on the day before the single's release. The video features the band playing the song in what looks to be an abandoned mansion or warehouse, and it also features shots of troubled youths who are lip-syncing to the song. At the end of the song, everyone, youths and the band members alike, is shown to be tattooed with a red X on the back of their necks, signifying the name of their parent album, 1X. I'm going to be honest with you, I did not like the music video. The fact that they kept changing to the shots of the youth, I was getting very creeped out by that. So I immediately had to scroll all the way up so that way I could just see the bottom part and just be like, alright, is the youth shit finally fucking done? I just did not like it. It really made me very uncomfortable. Well, but the song, I fucking love the song. Pain was nominated for Best International Video by a Canadian at the 2007 Much Music Video Awards and won the BMI Awards in 2006 along with the other single, Animal I've Become. The song also won a BDS Certified Spin Award based on the 100,000 spins it received. Billboard ranked the song at number 25 on their greatest of all time mainstream rock songs list. Yeah. All right, weekly charts. It peaked at 52 on the Canada Hot 100, 38 on the Canada CHR Top 40, number 1 on Canada Rock, 44 on the US Billboard Hot 100, number 1 on US Alternative Airplay and Mainstream Rock, and number 47 on the US Pop 100. Even though it's not a pop song. On the year-end charts, it peaked at number 2 on the Canada Rock charts, number 8 on the US Alternative Songs chart, number 3 on the US Mainstream Rock Songs chart. And all-time charts at number 25 on the US Mainstream Rock Songs. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about, folks. It is certified in Canada, platinum in Canada with 80,000 sales. No, it's certified gold in New Zealand with 15,000 sales, and 4 times platinum in the US of A with 4 million sales. Man, that is a good fucking time right there, folks. I'm telling you. All right, so let's take a look here. Me personally, I love, like I said, the overall sound on this, you know. I fucking hate the music video, but I love the song, man. Alright, so just need to quickly check. So, Pain is essentially a tormented song about being numb by depression and wishing to feel pain rather than nothing. Written in the depths of Adam Gontier's struggle against prescription drug addiction, the track is deeply personal. And you know what? All of us would rather feel pain than nothing, and that does, really hit. It does hit, without a doubt, folks. So, here's the lyrics here. Pain without love, pain I can't get enough, pain I like it rough because I'd rather feel pain than nothing at all. You're sick of being numb? You're not the only one. I'll take you by the hand and I'll show you a world that you can understand. This life is filled with hurt when happiness doesn't work. Trust me and take my hand. When the lights go out, you'll understand. Pain, pain without love, pain, pain I can't get enough, pain, pain I like it rough because I'd rather feel pain than nothing at all. Pain, pain without love, pain, pain I can't get enough. Pain, pain I like it rough because I'd rather feel pain than nothing at all. Anger and agony are better than misery. Trust me, I've got a plan. When the lights go off, you'll understand. Pain, pain without love, pain, pain I can't get enough. Pain, pain I like it rough because I'd rather feel pain than nothing at all. Pain, pain without love, pain, pain I can't get enough. Pain, pain I like it rough because I'd rather feel pain than nothing. Rather feel pain. I know you're wounded. You know that I'm here to save you. You know I'm always here for you. I know that you'll thank me later. Pain without love, pain can't get enough. Pain I like it rough because I'd rather feel pain than nothing at all. Pain, pain without love, pain, pain I can't get enough. Pain, pain I like it rough because I'd rather feel pain than nothing at all. Pain, pain without love, pain, pain I can't get enough. Pain, pain I like it rough because I'd rather feel pain than nothing at all. Rather feel pain than nothing at all. Rather feel pain. Such a great tune, man. I love this song, but you know what? It pales nothing in comparison to the next song. Animal I Have Become. Oh my god, one of my biggest anthems back then, man. Even though I did not know what it was actually about, it was a great instrumentation. I love the overall sound of it, you know? Dun 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 dun. You know, I think every time, if any of you remember the video game Burnout Revenge that was released like a long time ago back in those days, this is like the PlayStation 2 era. I would be playing this game as well as the Spider-Man video game, and I think the Simpsons Hit and Run or any of the other racing games, and I would be just blaring this song out loud the whole time, man. All those were the good old days. Alright, let's get into this here. So the song was released as a single on April 10th, 2006. The genres are post-grunge, hard rock, and alternative rock. Released by Jive Records, the songwriters were Adam Gontier, Barry Stock, Brad Walst, Neil Sanderson, and Gavin Brown, and the producer was Howard Benson. Alright, so lead singer Adam Gontier has stated that while he was addicted to the painkiller Oxycontin, he was abusive and angry and had no idea who he was anymore. He wrote Animal I Have Become while in rehab for his addiction. Gontier also added, Animal I Have Become is my realization that change had to happen. I had to ask for help. The band wrote a demo version of the song in 2004 while on a bus in Germany. Bassist Brad Walsh spoke to Billboard about the song, stating, I remember saying that a riff would be grade heavy. As soon as we got back to North America, we started jamming it as a heavy song, and it was like, shit, I think we've nailed it. And you know what, Mr. Walsh? You are correct, sir. You guys fucking nailed it. Okay, so the music video, I did like the music video more here. The video was directed by Dean Carr and was shot in downtown Toronto. It was released on April 24th, 2006. The video also premiered on MTV on May 2nd. The video reached the top 5 on Fuse TV and was the winner of Fuse's Oven Fresh. Now, it doesn't actually have any info about it, but it just basically, it's a quick clip of like the band performing, and then it cuts to, I think, Adam Gautier in the rehabilitation rooms, like, you know, like in rehab, there's those extra rooms that are for the addicts and whatnot. There is him, and then there's like a demonic version of himself just stalking him, essentially. And then it ends with him in a bar, and his paranoia from the Oxycontin got the better of him, essentially. It does hit pretty hard, man. It hits hard. Music critics widely describe Animal I Have Become as a highlight of 1X. Writing for Melodic, Cash Roth praised Animal I Have Become as really good and a great single from the album. Oh, really, Mr. Roth? You're gonna be that fucking hypocritical now about this? You are shitting on this album here, and now you're like, you know what, I'm gonna praise this album. Dude, you can't fucking change face, alright? You can't change face. It does not work that way. In a review of 1X from the Lewistown Tribune, journalist Nate Gibb named the song as catchy tune with thick guitars and straightforward beats, and he is right on that. Similarly to Gibb in his review, AllMusic's Corey Apar singled out Animal I Have Become as having a slight sing-songy chorus to complement the track's thick riffing. Jay Kruger of Consequence.net remarked, it's a tune built to get stadiums, festival sites, and biker bars on their feet and moving, and it does so damn near flawlessly, praising the song's chorus and syncopated guitar riff. Yeah, I'll go there. And you know what? I'll be honest, these are reviews, they are right on it. It is definitely a arena-like album to listen to. Okay. In 2006, the song was Canada's most played rock song and won that year's Media Base Award for the most played song on radio. At the 2006 Billboard Music Awards, the song was nominated for Modern Rock Single of the Year and won the Rock Single of the Year award. Now, who did they lose to for that one? I want to take a look at that. If y'all could just give me a moment, I do want to take a look here. Just need to check. Modern Rock Song of the Year. Okay, there we go. Oh, they lost to Danny, California by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You know what? I can't really be biased or hypocritical of this because Danny, California is a really good song. I really like Danny, California. It did win Rock Single of the Year, so I'm happy with that. The song received the BMI Award in 2006 along with their other single, Pain. The song was ranked at number 45 on Loudwire's top 21st century hard rock songs, and deservedly so! Rightfully so, people! In 2012, obviously, it was in 2012 when this happened, just to let you know. In May of 2021, for the 40th anniversary of mainstream rock tracks, Billboard ranked the song at number 41 on its list of 100 most successful songs in the chart's history. Okay, number 41, that's not bad. As long as it's top 50, I'll let it slide. In September of 2023, the magazine ranked the song at number 95 on a similar retrospective list for the 35th anniversary of modern rock tracks, which by then had been renamed the Alternative Airplay. Okay. Alternative Addiction ranked it at 10 for Song of the Year in 2006. Loudwire Top 21st Century Hard Rock Songs in 2012 at 45. Okay. But yeah, here are the awards here. And yeah, these are pretty good. In addition to the BMI, there's the BDS Spin Certified Awards with 100,000 spins, Media Base Awards. There's also the FMQB Awards. It won Rock Song of the Year in 2007. And at the SoCon Awards, it won SoCon Salutes in 2008. So that's pretty good. Here we go. For the weekly charts, it peaked at 29 on Canada's Airplay, number 2 on the Canada Top 30, Rock Top 30, I meant, number 3 on the Billboard Canada Rock Charts, number 60 on the Billboard Hot 100. Maybe it should have been higher than that, I don't know. Number 1 on the US Alternative Airplay, number 1 on the Mainstream Rock, and number 60 on the US Pop 100. What the fuck? It's not a pop song. Stop fucking putting it on there. It's not a pop song. For the year-end charts, it peaked at number 2 on the Canada Rock Charts, number 2 on the US Alternative Airplay, and number 1 on the US Mainstream Rock Chart. Hell yeah! And then there's some of these other ones that I'm not going to bother reading because they're way afterwards. I'd rather read the charts when the song actually came out or around that time. So it was certified 2 times platinum in Canada with 160,000 sales. Denmark was certified gold with 45,000. It was certified gold in Germany with 300,000. Certified platinum in New Zealand with 30,000. Certified platinum in the United Kingdom with 600,000 sales. And then 9 times platinum in the US with 9 million sales. For ringtone and master tone, gold in Canada with 20,000 sales, and then gold in the US with 500,000. So, okay. That's okay, I guess. That's pretty good. Okay. Okay, so according to Genius.com, Animal I Have Become, the first single from 3 Days Grace 2006 album 1X, is written as a cry for help. It was written by then lead singer and songwriter Adam Gontier. Well, it's not then lead singer and songwriter. He's back with 3 Days Grace. He returned to them like about a year and a half ago. So it was, and then it was written by him during his stay in rehab. The narrator feels wild and untamable from an addiction to Oxycontin and feels consumed by his addiction. Alrighty. Here's what the lyrics say. I can't escape this hell. So many times I've tried, but I'm still caged inside. Somebody get me through this nightmare. I can't control myself. So one of you can see the darkest side of me. No one would ever change this animal I've become. Help me believe it's not the real me. Somebody help me tame this animal. This animal, this animal. I can't escape myself. I can't escape myself. So many times I've lied. So many times I've lied. But there's still rage inside. Somebody get me through this nightmare. I can't control myself. So what if you could see the darkest side of me? No one would ever change this animal I have become. Help me believe it's not the real me. Somebody help me tame this animal I have become. Help me believe it's not the real me. Somebody help me tame this animal. Somebody help me through this nightmare. I can't control myself. Somebody wake me from this nightmare. I can't escape this hell. This animal, this animal, this animal, this animal, this animal, this animal, this animal. So what if you could see the darkest side of me? No one will ever change this animal I have become. Help me believe it's not the real me. Somebody help me tame this animal I have become. Help me believe it's not the real me. Somebody help me tame this animal I have become. Oh, dude, this is such a great song here, man. This is without doubt my number one most favorite right here. This next song though is my number 2 favorite song. and it is never too late. Oh my god, the acoustic guitar at the beginning. Not just the acoustic guitar, but the lyrics as well as all the overall music. It really, really cuts to the bone. It really hits you right where it fucking hurts, man. Without a doubt. Oh, man. Even the chorus, dude, it's melodically beautiful, even though it has some very dark lyrics to it, you know, like... I don't know, actually. I want to look this up quick, actually. Just give me a moment, if I may, folks. Fuck, what am I looking for? Okay, there's what I was looking for. I actually do want to look and see if, I don't know if this song ever appeared on, you guys know the TV show 13 Reasons Why? It feels like this is a song that they would play on there, honestly, you know, because of the overall theme of this song, you know? I do want to take a look and see, but first, let's take a look at this stuff. Never Too Late was released as a single on May 7th, 2007. It does not say when it was recorded, though, but the genre is obviously emo, which is emo rock, as you all know. Released by Jive Records, the songwriter was Adam Gautier, and the producers were Howard Benson and Gavin Brown. Okay, so the lyrical content of Never Too Late is inspired by feelings of depression, isolation, and suicidal ideation, which Adam Gautier, the songwriter and band's lead singer, said was something he experienced and was a song that stood out to him the most from 1X. Explaining about the song, he stated, I guess it's like feeling you're at the end of your rope and deciding whether or not to completely give up or whether or not to try and sort of keep making it through another day. He also said that the song was his favorite off the album. According to bassist Brad Walst, Never Too Late was the first track written from 1X. Okay, so this was the first overall song that was written, but Animal I Become was released as their first single. Okay, I got you. The song was written by Gautier, while production was handled by Howard Benson and Gavin Brown. According to the sheet music published at musicnotes.com by Alfred Music Publishing, the track runs at 75 BPM and is in the key of D minor. Okay. And Gautier's range in the song spans from the notes C4 to B5. Okay. Then here's all the other stuff. Now the music video, dude, was actually probably the most fucking depressing music video I have ever watched in my life. The music video was directed by Tony Petrosian and was released in 2007. It was also released to MTV on February 14th, 2008. Talk about a fucking mood killer for Valentine's Day. Oh my god, dude. Anyway, the video tells a story about a girl who has a mental breakdown from childhood to adulthood. The music video features an appearance by Gautier's then wife, Naomi Brewer, and actress Maitreya Fedor. Let's see who she is. I think I know that name. Oh, I see. She is known for her roles in Slither, Supernatural, Chaos Theory, The Breakup Artist, The Troop, Mr. Young, Cedar Cove, Perfect High, and television movies My One Christmas Wish and Home for Christmas Day. Okay. That I was like, I kind of knew where her name or face came from because I do watch Supernatural, so. Never Too Late debuted on the Billboard Mainstream Rock Chart at 33 on the week of August 9th, 2007. The song jumped from number 3 to number 1 to overtake Finger Eleven's Paralyzer. The song topped the Mainstream Rock Chart for 7 weeks. The song also peaked at 71 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. The song reached number 2 on the alternative airplay chart, staying longer than the album prior 2 singles at 43 weeks, beating Animal I Have Become by 2 weeks and Pain by a hefty 13 weeks. The song is also the band's only crossover hit to date charting on both the mainstream top 40 and adult top 40 formats at number 12 and number 13, respectively. The song peaked at number 30 on the Canadian Hot 100 chart. Okay. Ooh, it did good for awards. The song was nominated for 2 awards at the 2007 Much Music Video Awards for Best Video and Best Rock Video. The song won a BDS Certified Spin Award based on the 400,000 spins it received in June of 2011. The song was listed in Loudwire's 66 Best Hard Rock Songs of the 21st Century in 2020. You know what? I really don't know if I would classify Never Too Late as a hard rock song. It feels more alternative-ish and emo-ish, to be honest. But it does have some hard rock influence, though. But what are you going to do, right? Yeah, I don't think I could really find what it lost to be honest. So I don't think there's anything here, but all right, so weekly charts, number 30 on the Canada Hot 100, 21 on the Canada CHR Top 40, 10 on the Canada Hot AC, which is alternative. Wait, is it? It doesn't say anything. Number 2 on the Canadian rock charts, 71 on the Billboard Hot 100, 13 on the adult pop airplay, number 2 on the alternative airplay, number 1 on mainstream rock, number 12 on pop airplay, and number 19 on the pop 100 charts. Year-end charts, it ended at number 12 on the Canadian rock charts, number 11 on the US alternative songs, and number 7 on the mainstream rock songs. You see, folks, this is how real music should chart, actually. Take a look at this. And you know what? To all you stupid fucks that are making music today in today's musical landscape, take a lesson from these people. Then you'll know how real music should be charted. Alright, it was certified platinum in Canada with 80,000 sales, gold in New Zealand with 15,000 sales, the United Kingdom was certified silver with 200,000 and 6 times platinum in the US with 6 million. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Alrighty, let's get into it here. Okay, so the third single from 1X and arguably 3 Days Grace's most well-known song, and for right reasons. Now, because of the prominence of censorship during the song's early days, radio edits had to edit the lyrics that include End Your Life into Change Your Life to eliminate the suicide reference from the song. Oh, good old censorship. Fucking FCC, dude. Like, I hate the FCC with a passion. Because that's just there to just violate our First Amendment rights. Anyway, 3 Days Grace's frontman Adam Gontier has explained the song about being in a very dark place but being able to see a way out. Now, if any of you remember my podcast review that I did for the Eminem documentary Stands, I did explain a little bit about how in 2017 or 2016, it was from my dad's passing in late July of 2015 to around the fall of 2017, I was in a very dark place in my life, you know. And I myself had also had suicidal thoughts, you know. And this song I had to listen back to this song at the time. And I had to figure out, like, there was a way to get out of this. I really had to find a way out of it. And like I said, man, my former head football coach from Masabi Range at that time, he is the guy I credited for saving my life. You know, and I still am in deep gratitude and in debt to him to this very day. Alrighty, so we're going to read the lyrics here, and then I think right afterwards we're going to do one more song and then go on and take a quick break, folks. So just stick around. This world will never be what I expected, and if I don't belong, who would have guessed it? I will not leave alone everything that I own to make you feel like it's not too late, it's never too late. Even if I say it'll be all right, still I hear you say you want to end your life. Now and change. Now and again we try to stay alive. Maybe we'll turn it all around because it's not too late. It's never too late. No one will ever see this side reflected, and if there's something wrong, who would have guessed it? And I have left alone everything that I own to make you feel like it's not too late. It's never too late. Even if I say it'll be all right, still I hear you say you want to end your life. Now and again we try to just stay alive. Maybe we'll turn it all around because it's not too late. It's never too late. The world we knew won't come back. The time we've lost can't get it back. The life we had won't be ours again. This world will never be what I expected, and if I don't belong. Even if I say it'll be all right, still I hear you say you want to end your life. Now and again we try to just stay alive. Maybe we'll turn it all around because it's not too late. It's never too late. Maybe we'll turn it all around because it's not too late. It's never too late. It's never too late. It's not too late. It's never too late. So hauntingly beautiful, man. But it, like I said, the lyrics along with the music and even the music video, it really fucking hits you. It really hits you right where it hurts. Now, the next song that we got is kind of like a mood change somewhat, at least music-wise, and it's called On My Own. Another great tune here that I love, you know? Like, just the overall music, you know, and then how Adam Gontier sings in this is what I also love, you know? I think especially when she said that she's had enough, I like how he sings it, you know? All right, let's see here. Is there... Nope, there isn't anything. There is no Wikipedia page for this, so I'm just going to get right into this here. According to what Genius.com said, the song is believed to be about someone who leaves because he was being treated badly. He forgets his past and lives in the present, even though it's still hard for him at the end of the day. Pretty true, man. Pretty true. I kind of have to say the same for a former employer at this point, but I'm just going to leave it at that. All right, let's get into this. The lyrics say this: I walk alone, think of home, memories of long ago. No one knows I lost my soul long ago. Lied too much. She said that she's had enough. Am I too much? She said that she's had enough. Standing on my own, remembering the one I left at home. Forget about the life I used to know. Forget about the one I left at home. I need to run far away. Can't go back to that place. She told me, I'm just a big disgrace. Lied too much. She said that she's had enough. Am I too much? She said that she's had enough. Standing on my own, remembering the one I left at home. Forget about the life I used to know. Forget about the one I left at home. So now I'm standing here alone. I'm learning how to live a life on my own. No, lied too much. I think that I've had enough. Am I too much? She said that she's had enough. I'm standing on my own, remembering the one I left at home. Forget about the life I used to know. Forget about the one I left at home. So now I'm standing here alone. I'm learning how to live life on my own. Forget about the past I'll never know. Forget about the one I left at home. I think, in addition to that, I think the part where it says she said that she's had enough, I think she's had enough of the fact that the person in question in this song, not saying it's Adam Gontier, she's pretty much had enough of his shenanigans, you know, whether it be his drug addiction, maybe the fact that he's abusive towards her, maybe the fact that he kept committing infidelity to other women, with other women. I don't know. That's my interpretation on it, so. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got about, let's see, how many songs do we have left, actually? We got about 7 more songs left here, so we're going to take a quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. We shall be right back. Don't go anywhere. There's an old famous saying that's been around for a long time, ladies and gentlemen, and that is, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And when I'm having my most important meal of the day, I will not only crank up some good old music, but I will also have a nice cup of coffee right here, and I will have some pancakes, bacon, sausage, and eggs. And because I don't have any of that, I had to go with Plan B, and it's simply this. BTS Oreo cookies. Now, this is another collaboration right here between a musician, a band, and Oreo cookies, just like with the Post Malone and Selena Gomez cookies. And just like always, I'm pathetic enough to have this in my apartment and in this podcast. Wow. Oh, you could get a good whiff on that. Yeah, this is supposed to be brown sugar pancake flavored, and well, you know, I gotta have my breakfast somehow, so let's do this. Cheers. Be sure to go follow me on all my social media today to stay updated on when I upload. Ladies and gentlemen, Roger Radio here, and welcome back to the Roger Radio Show, the best music-oriented podcast and web series on all of YouTube. We are still continuing our legit album review on 3 Days Grace's 2006 album and what I consider their magnum opus, 1X. So we're going to get right back into it. Now, the next song that we have is obviously appropriately titled Riot. And I would consider this song as a, we are not going to take this fucking bullshit anymore, you know? That's what I consider it. You know, like, it really cuts you to the core, especially with the lyrics, let's start a riot and all that, you know? I would say, for some reason, the chorus here is probably one of the catchiest choruses I've ever heard in my life, you know? Let's start a riot, you know? Okay, so we're gonna get back into it here. Okay, this is the last song that has its own Wikipedia page, so we're going to get right into it. The rest of these are probably going to be quick and clear cut, so. Riot was released as a single on November 6, 2007. It was released by Jive Records. The songwriters were Adam Gontier, Brad Walst, Neil Sanderson, and Barry Stock, and the producer was Howard Benson. Okay, so according to this, 3 Days Grace vocalist Adam Gontier stated in an interview with Loudwire that Chino Marino of Deftones was almost featured in the song. He is quoted saying, "We were in LA recording it and they were pretty close by. I always wanted to work with him and we were just such huge Deftone fans. We still are. We reached out to his management, asked if he'd be into it, and he said, he was, but for whatever reason, it didn't work out. Maybe because of scheduling conflicts, I don't know. Maybe something came up at the last second. Who knows? Lyrically, the song is about rebelling against one's own feelings and of being overburdened and frustration to take action and make change. It is one of only a few songs by the band to feature profanity. Well, of course it's going to have profanity. All right, so it peaked at number 65 on the Canada Hot 100, 15 on the Canada Rock charts, 138 on Ukraine's airplay, okay, number 21 on the U.S. alternative airplay, and 12 on the U.S. mainstream rock charts for weekly. And it ended at number 28 on the U.S. mainstream rock charts. It was certified platinum in Canada with 80,000 sales, gold in New Zealand with 15,000 sales, silver in the United Kingdom with 200,000 sales, and 4 times platinum in the US with 4 million sales. Hell yeah, that's how you do it. So, Riot is the 4th and final single from 3 Days Grace's second album, 1X. The song is about protesting against the negative things in life and was written while Adam Gontier was in rehab for a prescription drug addiction. Okay, gotcha. I gotcha. Alrighty. So here's what the lyrics say. If you feel so empty, so used up, so let down, if you feel so angry, so ripped off, so stepped on, you're not the only one. Refusing to back down, you're not the only one, so get up. Let's start a riot, a riot, let's start a riot, let's start a riot, a riot, let's start a riot. If you feel so filthy, so dirty, so fucked up. Yeah, I said fuck. If you feel so walked on, so painful, so pissed off, you're not the only one refusing to go down. You're not the only one, so get up. Let's start a riot, a riot. Let's start a riot, a riot. Let's start a riot, a riot. Let's start a riot. If you feel so empty, so used up, so let down, if you feel so angry, just get up. Let's start a riot, a riot. Let's start a riot. Let's start a riot, a riot. Let's start a riot. And it continues on for 2 more times, so I'm just not even going to bother reading them. Overall, it's another good tune, you know. It's another good tune. Like, if you're feeling pissed off, just play this song and you're ready to go, folks. The next song right here, I'd say is probably my 3rd most favorite song, and that's Get Out Alive. And it's so haunting, dude, you know, like it sounds, I don't know why it's, the music overall almost sounds like, you know, if you're playing an old PlayStation 2 game or Xbox 360 game and you get a game over or whatever, this would definitely be the music that would play. I don't know why, it just does. Like, I think it's because of the guitar that you can hear in it. I think is why. I think I would definitely, if I wanted to, I would definitely use this for a meme, but I don't know what the meme would be, to be honest. Alrighty, so Get Out Alive appears halfway through 3 Days Grace's sophomore album, 1X. Up to now, the songs on the album express pain and rage, such as Animal I Have Become, and even hope never too late. Opening with an ominous guitar part played by Barry Stock, Get Out Alive seems to convey the sense of impending doom and the urgency to escape it. Which is pretty true in a lot of cases, especially if you're struggling with addiction to anything. Okay. The lyrics go as follows. No time for goodbye, he said as he faded away. Don't put your life in someone's hands. They're bound to steal it away. Don't hide your mistakes, cause they'll find you, burn you, then he said. If you want to get out alive, oh, run for your life. If you want to get out alive, oh, run for your life. This is my last time, she said as she faded away. It's hard to imagine, but one day you'll end up like me, then she said. If you want to get out alive, oh, run for your life. If you want to get out alive, oh, run for your life. If you want to get out alive, if you want to get out alive, oh, run for your life, life. If you want to get out alive, if you want to get out alive, oh, run for your life. I'm sorry, guys. There's something here that's bothering me for some reason. Give me a moment. I'll deal with it later. Fuck it. If I stay, it won't be long till I'm burning on the inside. If I go, I can only hope that I make it to the other side. If you want to get out alive, oh, run for your life. If you want to get out alive, oh, run for. If you want to get out alive, if you want to get out alive, oh, run for your life. If you want to get out alive, if you want to get out alive, oh, run for. If I stay, it won't be long till I'm burning on the inside. If I go, I can only hope that I'll make it to the other side. If I stay, it won't be long till I'm burning on the inside. If I go, and if I go. Burning on the inside, burning on the inside, burning on the inside. Overall, it's another great tune, man. Like, so far, I am really enjoying this. Like, there is not a single bad song that I'm hearing on here so far, you know? Now, I pretty much have listened to the majority of these songs, like on Airplay and even on Pandora, you know? But there's like a couple songs that I was listening to for the very first time, and this one here is one of them, and it is Let It Die. And I'll be honest with you, I thought it was another good tune also. Like, the music sounds so optimistic and positive, even though I don't know if it's like supposed to be depressing or what. I gotta look at this. Yeah, no, sometimes even in the depths of like listening to some dark lyrics, you gotta have a little positive spin to it. This here's what Genius said. On Let It Die, lead singer Adam Gontier describes a relationship where everything seemed to be going right. That is, in the beginning. When the chorus hits and the bass kicks in, it's clear that this relationship is far from okay. In fact, it's about to end, and while Adam did try his best, he wants the girl to know that he doesn't care anymore. So true. So true. We had fire in our eyes in the beginning. I never felt so alive in the beginning. You blame me. Hey, no, I'm starting the lyrics right now. But it's not fair when you say that I didn't try. I just don't want to hear it anymore. I swear I never meant to let it die. I just don't care about you anymore. It's not fair when you say that I didn't try. I just don't care about you anymore. We had time on our side in the beginning. We had nothing to hide in the beginning. You blame me, but it's not fair when you say that I didn't try. I just don't want to hear it anymore. I swear I never meant to let it die. I just don't care about you anymore. It's not fair when you say that I didn't try. I just don't care about you anymore. You say that I didn't try. You say that I didn't try. You say that I didn't try. I swear I never meant to let it die. I just don't care about you anymore. It's not fair when you say that I didn't try. I just don't care about you anymore. 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 Another great tune, folks. I'm surprised that this song did not get a lot of airplay or anything like that, you know. So yeah, this is the next song here that I was just hearing for the first time, and it's Over and Over. And I love the chorus in this. I really love it. Another song that sounds optimistic, you know, and positive. Okay, so Genius says, Over and Over is a track capturing Adam Gontier's emotional struggle whilst undergoing rehab for a prescription drug addiction. Backed by string-accompanied guitar, Adam is drowned by hopelessness. The lyrics say this: I feel it every day. It's all the same. It brings me down, but I'm the one to blame. I've tried everything to get away, so here I go again, chasing you down again. Why do I do this? That is pretty much like if you're on that kick, and you just need more of it, Over and over, I fall for you. Over and over, I try not to. It feels like every day stays the same. It's dragging me down and I can't pull away. So here I go again, chasing you down again. Why do I do this? Over and over, I fall for you. Over and over, I try not to. Over and over, you make me fall for you. Over and over, you don't even try. So many thoughts that I can't get out of my head. I try to live without you. Every time I do, I feel dead. I know what's best for me, but I want you instead. I'll keep on wasting all my time. Over and over, I fall for you. Over and over, I try not to. Over and over, you make me fall for you. Over and over, I don't even try to. No, like I said, even for how sad the lyrics sounded, the music sounds way too positive. What happened to making it depressing along with the lyrics? Like, it's almost like reverse psychology, if you ask me, folks. Another great tune right here, and this is Time of Dying. Like, this is one of the songs that I kept hearing whenever I was listening to Pandora, because I listened to a lot of 2000s music on Pandora, and this is one of the songs that kept popping up. Let's see here. According to Genius.com, this song is believed to be pull-out symptoms from active medicine dependence, the agony and asking an advanced power to come back into his life because he feels alive when this power is beside or near him. He wants to wake up, meaning live his life with joy and peace rather than being in pain all the time. He thinks he has the courage to survive and get off medicines, but does not know how to ask for help and knows deep down in his heart he does not want to die like this. It does sound like that, folks. Like, I've listened to that song and I've read the lyrics, and it does sound like that. On the ground I lay, motionless in pain. I can see my life flashing before my eyes. Did I fall asleep? Is this all a dream? Wake me up. I'm living a nightmare. I will not die. I will not die. I will survive. I will not die. I'll wait here for you. I feel alive when you're beside me. I will not die. I'll wait here for you in my time of dying. On this bed I lay, losing everything. I can see my life passing me by. Was it all too much or just not enough? Wake me up. I'm living a nightmare. I will not die. I will not die. I will survive. I will not die. I'll wait here for you. I feel alive when you're beside me. I will not die. I'll wait here for you in my time of dying. And then it pretty much just repeats that last chorus 2 more times, and I'm not even going to bother reading them, so. A little piece of advice, folks. If you're dealing with, like, anything that burns your throat or your chest, just take an antacid. I go with these always. This next one is another great song, and it's called Gone Forever. And let me tell you, I connect with this song personally, and I'll explain why. But first, Gone Forever is an explosive anthem to discovering the wrongness of a relationship and being glad it's finally over. Despite much personal suffering, Adam Gontier realizes he's better off without a toxic significant other. And I was dealing with that a few years back. There was this woman who I was kind of in a sexual relationship with, who I thought cared about me, but she didn't. She was very poisonous to me the whole time, and I finally fucking ended it. Not only that, but she started dating one of my close friends, and she poisoned him against me. And it was because that I had to permanently sever ties. I saw her on 4th of July, this past 4th of July, when I went back home to Hill City, and as soon as she saw me at the bar, she immediately turned around and left. Wanted nothing to do with me. Well, guess what? I wanted nothing to do with her either. So, there you go. So the lyrics go on as this. Don't know what's going on. Don't know what went wrong. Feels like 100 years. I still can't believe you're gone. So I'll stay up all night with these bloodshot eyes while these walls surround me with the story of our life. I feel so much better now that you're gone forever. I tell myself that I don't miss you at all. I'm not lying, denying that I feel so much better now that you're gone forever. Now things are coming clear and I don't need you here. And in this world around me, I'm glad you disappeared. So I stay out all night, get drunk, and fuck and fight. Yeah, I said fuck again. And yeah, the get drunk and fucking fight, yeah, that's pretty much my life story. I'll forget about our life. I feel so much better now that you're gone forever. I tell myself that I don't miss you at all. I'm not lying, denying that I don't feel, or that I feel so much better now that you're gone forever. First time you screamed at me, I should have made you leave. I should have known it could be so much better. I hope you're missing me. I hope I've made you see that I'm gone forever. And now it's coming clear that I don't need you here. And in this world around me, I'm glad you disappeared. I feel so much better now that you're gone forever. I tell myself that I don't miss you at all. I'm not lying, denying that I feel so much better now that you're gone forever. And now you're gone forever. And now you're gone forever. And you know what? To the bitch out there, if you're watching this, I'm glad you're fucking gone for good. You did nothing but be very poisonous and toxic in what we had going on. We could have had something going between you and I, but you let your own pride and everything else take over. So fuck you. Now we are going to conclude this album review with the title track for this album, 1X. Now, what could I say about this song? It probably has one of the most quiet, calm openings I ever heard in my life. And then, of course, it starts hard again. I think this is very melodic throughout. Like, it's a song that you could just sit back and enjoy, just to relax to, It does sound probably more optimistic than everything else, so. So 1X is the last song and title track on 3 Days Grace's second album. Tying in with the cover art, the track deals with feeling singled out from society as if marked by a distinguishing X when everyone else is ticked correctly. Across 1X, Adam shifts from being insecure and uncomfortable to embracing his unique identity. Hey, I've done the same myself. I could care less if people don't like how odd I am. That's totally fine. I could give a shit less. It's my personality. If you don't like it, take this job and shove it. All right, so the lyrics go as follows here. Give me a moment. I won't need that anymore. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. Do you think about everything you've been through? You never thought you'd be so depressed. Are you wondering, is it life or death? Do you think that there's no one like you? We are. We are the ones. We get knocked down. We get back up and stand above the crowd. We are one. We are the ones. We get knocked down. We get back up and stand up above the crowd. We are one. The life I think about is so much better than this. I never thought I'd be stuck in this mess. I'm sick of wondering, is it life or death? I need to figure out who's behind me. We are the ones. So we get knocked down. We get back up and stand above the crowd. We are one. We are the ones that we get knocked down. We get back up and stand above the crowd. We are one. The life I think about is so much better than this. I never thought I'd be stuck in this mess. I'm sick of wondering, is it life or death? We are the ones. We get knocked down. We get back up and stand above the crowd. We are one. And it repeats that chorus again. And then we stand above the crowd. We stand above the crowd. We stand above the crowd. And then it repeats pretty much all of that for the rest of the chorus. Except with, we are the ones, we stand above the crowd. And then we get knocked down, get back up. We stand above the crowd. And that's pretty much it, really. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for the album review today. What can I say? This, I believe, was a album that I did need, as well as every one of us that were growing up, born from the 90s. This was a perfect album. Such a great album that came out at a time when a lot of us around my age were transitioning from elementary school to high school, and especially with the teenage adolescence that we were experiencing, man. And every single one of these songs, looking back on it, I really do connect with these lyrics. I really do. Except for the fact that I never was addicted to Oxycontin. Like, I never was hooked on anything. I never took any drugs or anything like that. But it feels like when it comes emotionally driven, I connect with it. Obviously, my most favorite songs are Animal I Have Become, Never Too Late, Get Out Alive, and Pain. Those are my top 4 songs. And there is not one single bad song that's on here, so I cannot choose a song that I did not like the most. I can't. And because of the fact that the album was so perfect from beginning to end, and considering the fact that I did mention this as one of my all-time favorite music albums, I'm giving it a perfect 10 out of 10. And just to remind you folks, this was an album that I reviewed on our podcast of our most favorite music albums, and I picked it as among my top 30 favorites. It was just perfect from beginning to end, and like I said, I'm going to give it a perfect 10 out of 10. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for today's podcast. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Are you fans of 3 Days Grace, and especially for this album 1X? And what are your favorite songs from the 3 Days Grace? Leave it in the comments below. And while you're at it, if you want to see more content from me here on the Roger Radio Show, subscribe to the channel today, hit the bell to be notified on when I upload, hit that thumbs up, and leave a comment below, and let's get things going. And be sure to follow me on all of my social media. The links to everything will be in the description below. And if you are an independent musician or band who wants to be interviewed and have your music promoted, email me at rogerrhodes90@yahoo.com. Thank you all so much for watching today's podcast, and as always, until next time, ta-ta for now.